Those speeches, those are so nice. It's so beautiful to hear Tyler's friends talk so easily about, Tyler and Ashley's friends talk so easily about their love for the both of you. It's touching, and it's really made tonight's celebration special. And it's really nice to have this time together before tomorrow's big celebration, where it's a little more relaxed atmosphere and we can just enjoy each other's company before the big day tomorrow. Who finished your speech this morning? Me. Like me. You finished your speech this morning, so did I. And Josh said he was going back to the beginning, but I'm really going back to the beginning. But it is a little surreal to be standing here. You know, my son's about to get married, my only child. I'm sure you feel that way, Jason. It's not quite real. Michelle can feel that way too. And probably anybody else who's seen their children get married know what that's like. Of course, I've been going through memories of Tyler growing up, trying to think of things to put into the speech, and it makes me in awe about how fast time has gone by. In the blink of an eye, Tyler has gone from being a newborn, and in our family, we reminisce about that day, and I give my mom a hard time because her and Jason got me set up in the hospital, and then they left me there and went to lunch at a restaurant. But they did get back in time for Tyler to be born. And when we talk about that day, my sister reminds me that she was in Mississippi waiting by the phone for us to call her to tell her about Tyler being born, and we were so excited we forgot, and she sat there for hours and hours waiting for us to call. She wasn't happy then, but she did forgive us. And so Tyler grew up from that infant stage into a toddler, and he used words like "good congratulations." I couldn't correct him because it's such a great word. And like Carrie said, she can remember from her earliest days her and Tyler being together. And I go through pictures, and there's so many pictures of the two of them together in their toddler and young childhood days. My favorite one is one that I took at the beach one day. They're both standing at the water's edge. They're holding hands. They've got their water wings on, and they're just looking out at the ocean, the two of them. And I often wonder in that picture, what were they thinking? They were about 2 years old. Tyler grew up and from that toddler into a young boy, and one day he wanted his Aunt Mary Beth to explain where babies came from. I guess he figured she should know because she had just had surgery. So she gave a very brief explanation, and it must have been good enough because I've never heard anything else about it. I guess you know. Talk to your dad if you don't. About that time too, Tyler never went anywhere without his stuffed golden retriever, whose name was, of course, Goldie. Even when Tyler got a little older and thought he was a Jedi Knight, Goldie was his constant companion. And you probably still have Goldie somewhere.
Yep,
he's in the bedroom.
Awesome. So Tylorian Walker, that's what his Uncle Sean named him in Tyler's Jedi phase. He's grown up now. He's an accomplished young man. He's on his own, graduated from college on time. Good job in his field. And he's a quality man. And he's eager to start his own family by entering into this holy union with the woman he loves. The woman he may have loved since freshman year of high school, which is a few years before they actually started dating. And that brings me to want to tell you all about the first time I ever heard the name Ashley. It wasn't Tyler who told me about her. I was at a parent-teacher conference, and it was with their high school freshman math teacher, and I can't remember her name.
Miss Craig.
Miss Craig. So it was Miss Craig. And Mrs. Lancaster, who was head of the IB program, was also in the conference. And Miss Craig, math teacher, told me that she gave students time in class to start their homework. But Tyler chose not to use his time that way. Instead, Tyler chose to talk to Ashley. And the teacher explained that the two of them had a banter going on. And I was shocked because Tyler had always been super serious in school. And those of you who know him know he's a lot of fun, but he does have a very serious side. Sometimes we've joked before that he's 90 years old on the inside. But I was thinking he's bantering. Well, great, he's starting to relax. I was really kind of pleased about that. But I was also curious about who this Ashley is. So I looked at Miss Lancaster and I said, who's Ashley? And she answered with 2 words. Nodding her head, she said, she's cute. So that was the first time I heard of Miss Ashley. And then the 2 of them continued to banter throughout high school. And after that parent-teacher conference, I became very attuned to the name Ashley. But it wasn't until the summer before senior year that they started dating. In fact, it was August 22nd, 2015, which will be 6 years ago tomorrow. And then, of course, they went off to Virginia Tech together, still bantering, as friends from Tech probably can attest to. And now we're here to celebrate their wedding. And by the way, Tyler did a great job in that math class, and I'm sure Ashley did too, so it's all good.
It all worked out.
Yeah, it all worked out. And as our family has gotten to know Ashley, we have come to love her as one of our own. Last year was her first beach week vacation with us, and her and Tyler had just graduated from college. They had jobs, and they couldn't have off that week. They had to work remotely. Ashley would get off earlier than Tyler, and even though she didn't know us all that well, and some of us she was meeting for the first time ever, she felt comfortable enough to come out and join the crowd, even when Tyler was still working. So we loved her about that. She even collected information about everybody in our family and made a Kahoot trivia game. Remember playing that in the beach house theater room? We had a blast. That was a lot of fun. And this is even more important. This is even a more important reason why I love Ashley so much. Tyler's always been very close with his cousins. Best of friends, really. So it makes all of us older adults very happy to see Ashley and the cousins embrace his friends too. So Tyler's cousins, you all stand up. This is Jackson, Sydney, Carrie, Colby, and then there's Katie and Greg, who will be here tomorrow. And then you two stand up too. So I want to say something to you. I want to tell you all right now that I pray that you continue and even strengthen the bond that you have as you move into adulthood. Because you truly have something special in your relationships with each other. And I love to see that. So thank you, cousins. You can sit down. Thank you. Okay. Tyler, I know I'm biased, but you're a special person. I have always told you that you have a good heart. You have a faith in God, integrity, empathy, good judgment, and you are without a doubt going to be a great husband to this woman standing beside you now, who is as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside. You have always made our family proud in everything you have done. And on this night before your special wedding day, on behalf of your aunts, uncles, mama, big daddy, and your cousins, I want to tell you both, you and Ashley, that we love you. And you can always look to us for support. Happier for you.